I really never intended on coming out during Bill Clinton's inauguration. How bizarre is that? I swear, if you look at the People magazine, they put out a book, People in History or whatever, and I have a little blurb, and it literally says she came out during Bill Clinton's inauguration, which makes it sound like you're going, William Jefferson Clinton. I'm like, wait, I'm getting it. But she wasn't there. It was later that night. I was amongst a whole bunch of gays, and I was like, I'm gay, because it was fun. I was like, I think I came out, yes. That's what it was. And so, the papers, Clinton President Melissa Etheridge came out. And I thought, it won't be a big deal. I talked about being gay for years. And years. I still do. But now it's not so weird anymore. It's not like, what do you do? He's like, no, I'm not going to answer that question. I answered all the questions I did. It was pretty amazing, and I'm never ever regret it. And I went from just selling a little under 1 million records, an album, to 6 million records. It went huge. And I know a lot of it was because I got so much publicity for coming out. I swear it was a publicity stunt. It was crazy. It was it was pretty cool. So thank you for being part of the people that actually got brave enough and went out and bought the record. This next song, now, I couldn't help it because when I first started making records, you used to have to think about a record as an album. And there'd be side 1 and side 2, and you would put 5 songs on side 1, 5 songs on side 2, because that's about as much as the vinyl could hold. That's why albums were not ever much longer, because the quality would start to disappear if you put too many on one album. So you kind of always knew how much time you had, and the 5th track on the first side was you had to think of it as, okay, also what it would be like if someone put it on upside down and listened to it as the last song. You had to kind of, yes, exactly. Linda started with All American Girl and listened through. But this song, I put this one at the end of side 1. Now, I had written this song earlier for a movie, and it was a movie starring Winona Ryder, and it was called Welcome Home, Roxy Carmichael. And I know, and a couple people saw it. It was funny because I used to work for A&M Publishing. A whole bunch of record companies came out to see me, but they all passed on me. I don't know why. It was because it was in a big lesbian bar. I'm not sure. But, we don't hear the hit or whatever. And again, I wasn't like anything that was on the radio at that time. So a lot of people passed on me for years. But there was this one guy, his name was Lance Freed. And he was Alan Freed's son, who's big in radio in Cleveland. He's he brought rock and roll. He's like, if you look him up, if you go to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, big thing about Alan Freed. Well, his son was Lance Freed, who worked in the publishing department, which is the part of a record company that writes songs. And he just thought I was going to be a big star someday. And he's like, I don't know why people won't sign you, but I'm going to sign you for your publishing, which he was very smart because he got a lot of the publishing on the first 2 records. And so I had a job as a staff songwriter at A&M, and I had an office, and I would go write, and a couple times people would come through with these movies. And the assignment was to all the writers that get this little piece of paper and said, this movie is looking for a song that the whole movie is about this song. It's about a guy, real famous kind of rock and roll guy that writes this song about this girl in this town who then runs off with him, and she's famous just because of the song. It's basically the movie. So this song has a real important part, and they were going to have some guy do it, but somehow I got in the mix, and I recorded a little demo of it, and they really liked it. So they changed the whole little thing in the movie where Winona Ryder hears the song on the radio just so they could have me sing it because they liked the way I did it instead of this guy. I know, it's kind of crazy. It was really nice. It was really nice. And they actually ended up using another song of mine in the beginning that I never put on an album, and people have asked me. It's called Don't Look at Me, and I will release that sometime in some sort of kind of a short intro to the movie song. But after that, I liked this song so much that I put it on this album. Is the long story that I just told you. There you go. So when we got to see the movie, and so you know where the song went, you know, and she's like listening, and I'm, okay, this is where she's going to hear the song. And so I went back and I wrote the song in a couple hours, and not all songs come that fast. But my friend, who was my roommate at the time, seriously a roommate, that's all, not roommate, girlfriend or anything, she's just my roommate, and she did laundry, and I said, oh, I gotta go write this song for this movie, and I went upstairs, and she's doing laundry, and I come back down, and I said, and she goes, you done? I said, yeah, I finished. She goes, oh my God, so forever it's been known to her as the laundry song. I'm telling you all the stories, okay? So I recorded it for this album, and here it is. So you walked with me for a while, bared your naked soul, and you told me of your plan, how you would never let them know. In the morning of the night, you cried a long lost child, and I tried to hold you, but you were young and you were wild. But I will never be the same. Oh, I will never be the same. Caught in your eyes, lost in your name. I will never be the same. Secrets of your life I never wanted for myself, but you guarded them like a light, placed up on the highest shelf. In the morning of the night, when I woke to find you gone, I knew your distant devil must be dragging you along. But I will never be the same. Oh, I will never be the same. Caught in your eyes, lost in your name. I will never be the same. And you swore that you were bound for glory and for wanting. You had no shame, but I lost you. No, I loved you, but I lost you. And I will never be